How is life in the higher astral planes? Let's try to first understand the penumbral plane, right? And then we'll attempt to reach the plane of light. Who goes there? So, here we have the umbral on the Earth's surface, where we all are, right? The incarnated people. In this dimension, we have the city of Nosso Lar, our home, which is what interests us the most. Here is the penumbral plane, and here we have the plane of light. Very well, there are astral cities here too. All right, let's go. You'll notice that no Cartus's spiritist text talks about these cities or names them. It's as if they don't exist in spiritist literature. Here we have the name Nosso Lar. In the east, there are cities like Shambhala and others, but regarding the superior cities, no one discusses them, no one talks about them. But there are many. Do you remember in the movie Astral City, after Andre Louise spent a long time in the umbral plane, suffering the consequences? He was rescued and taken to an astral city. He then went through a process of adaptation to his new life. You saw in the film that a spirit taken to the city of Nosso Lar arrives in various ways, as we discussed yesterday, right? Even if they were prepared, religious, or believers, everyone has to go through a preparation period before fully entering the reality of Nosso Lar. Then after this adaptation, they begin to leave that post-mortem reality. It's very important to understand that after death, evolution continues. A classic example of this is Andre Louise himself. He adapted, completely changed his level of consciousness. The shift in consciousness is the most intense transformation that occurs in the transition from life here to life on the other side. The individual must completely change their values, their awareness, and follow a path dictated by the laws of the astral society, because it is a society. There are cities, jobs, many activities. There are bus drivers, mechanics, teachers, travelers on interstellar journeys, advanced technology, and an understanding of the universe beyond. Understanding the true nature of the spirit is a vast endeavor. There is much to seek and learn on the other side. That's why Andre Louise kept evolving a lot. He spent time in this astral society. This is normal. He spent years learning and evolving. Someone can spend 10, 20, 30 years there, but they won't stay indefinitely. Their progression depends on their ability to seek knowledge and truly evolve, rather than remaining attached to worldly things from Earth. Only then, he ascends to the plane of light. Today, Andre Louise is in a higher dimension with his mother, where she had been working. But do you remember the woman in the movie Astral City? The one who had left behind a fiancé and a whole life on Earth? Even though she was in Nosso Lar, with her deceased mother and family, she couldn't adapt. She didn't want to stay. She wanted to return to Earth. She was the type of person who didn't want to evolve upwards. She wanted to go back because of attachments and material ties. For a time, she suffered greatly because she couldn't immediately return. That's not how things work. The mentors evaluate the person's spiritual evolution. If someone doesn't evolve in the astral world and remains emotionally entangled, waiting for a loved one to die and join them, the astral plan eventually determines that after 30, 40, or 50 years, they must reincarnate again. So, you see, there are two types of people in the spiritual world. Those who are truly aware that they are spirits and need to free themselves from matter, to ascend, to look beyond the earth and towards the stars, and those who are still tied to this world, unable to detach from their material desires. Only the first group experiences a higher evolutionary process. If a person is not ready to seek knowledge, study, and understand the importance of moving forward, they will remain attached to this world. Remember the mother of that woman in Astral City? She said, "I will reincarnate first because I need to take care of her again." She knew her daughter would have to reincarnate, and the mentors planned for her to be reborn as her mother once more. That mother, fully aware and evolved, chooses to reincarnate, perhaps unnecessarily, just to help her daughter grow spiritually. These are remarkable connections, soul bonds linked by love, so she chose to come back based on her own free will. She didn't have any heavy karma to redeem here. She could have stayed to work in the astral plane and ascended, but she had an attachment to her daughter. One day, everyone must let go, or they won't ascend. If you remain emotionally tied to people, passions, feelings, and material things, it's crucial that when you leave this world, you have no lingering attachments to people, properties, material possessions, or worldly desires. That you have overcome and transcended all of this. That's the most important step in the evolutionary process.